To the river Tyne, take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best, 'cause it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the river Tyne. There's lights that burn so brightly, in the northeast sky they shine, from a place that Geordies worship, where legends wear number 9. You can travel right round the world, even meet the Pope in Rome, but nothing beats the feeling of when you come back here to home. No matter how life changes, we'll never be far apart. The northeast always home, and it's always in your heart. Take me home to the banks of the river Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine.
Good afternoon, people. Welcome to It's All Black and White TV. And yes, it's Newcastle 0, Liverpool 2 match review after yesterday's second defeat in the league season. Before we get into it, though, I've got John with me. How are you, John?
Tony, how do you, mate? You okay?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm absolutely fine. I know you're on your way home now, back to Bristol.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good weekend apart from that sort of thing. I mean, sadly, I just like to take the opportunity to come on and say that rest in peace, Natsu. It's sad news of what's happened to him, and I just wish him, his family, his wife, his kids, and all his loved ones, mate. It was a very, very, very difficult time. I mean, he's 31 years old, it's no age, right? And it's just shocking for one goal, mate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just puts into perspective how short life really is, doesn't it? And so sad. Right. So before I get into the show and get into any comments, because I've got the comments flying in at the moment, if you like what you see, please smash the likes. It does help the channel up the search results, so smash those likes, guys. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe. Free to do so, helps the channel grow. And bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows. Currently on 374 subscribers, so I'd love to hit 400 by the end of February. That would be absolutely fantastic. Only 26 away from that, though. Thank you. Right, let's hit these comments first of all, and before we get well behind in the comments, because lots of them have come flying in. Right, Ches was straight in half an hour ago. Hi all, remember to keep comments respectful. Please, no all caps or duplicate comments. Enjoy the show. Thank you very much, Ches. Thank you very much, and I hope you're well. Sefton says happy birthday, Tony. Thank you very much, Sefton. And yeah, working on my birthday.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all, my guy. You know, but very happy to church.
Yeah. 26 today, not bad, eh?
Exactly.
Sefton says afternoon chat. Sefton says jet washing, so I just popped in to wish a happy birthday. The result yesterday was disappointing, but we move on. How are the lads? Absolutely. And again, he says the AirPods are in, so I can hear the show and talk soon. Cheers, Chef Sefton. Enjoy the show, mate. Troll says hi, Tony. Hi, Trolls. Hope you're well. He says hi, everybody else. Sefton says outstanding tribute to old Bobby in Atsu Mind. Yes, it was absolutely fantastic, especially the big banner for Sir Bobby. Sefton says off out into the garden, jet washing, talk later, and don't forget to hit the subscribe and hit that like button. Thank you very much, Sefton. And he says bye-bye. But he can hear us. Well, that's the good thing. At least he's got his earpods in. Mighty Mag says, hi, guys. Trolls, Chess, Seth, also Tony. Down with COVID here, team. Got to beat you guys. Put a smile on my face. I feel like crap. Yeah, hopefully we can put a smile on your face, Mighty Mag. And, hey, well done for winning that competition for tickets to Wembley as well, mate. Well done. Trolls says, saw a video with Supermarket some pub with Steve W, and Steve asked if he saw any positives in the match, and Supermarket didn't see anything about ESM being excellent in the match. I just don't get it. Yeah, that would be at the Dog and Parrot, where he normally goes on a match day. He does a pre-talk and a post-match. Yeah, I don't know. I really can't comment because I haven't seen it. Mason, good afternoon to you. He says, afternoon everyone. Disappointed to lose the game, but hopefully we are prepared well and look forward to a week today, and hopefully Man U lose one of their star players in today's or Thursday's game. Could well happen. Cheers saying to Mighty Mag, sorry you're down with COVID. Take care of yourself, mate. Hopefully we can cheer you up today. Mason says, just hope West Ham beat Tottenham as well. Tottenham are not a great side, Mason, so Tottenham are very inconsistent, so it wouldn't surprise me if West Ham pull this off. Plus they want to get out that bottom three, so they'll have to go for it, won't they? Troll says, we should have gone for a centre midfield and gone for Gordon in the summer. We are struggling in the midfield. I get that, Trolls, but we will come on to that. Are you at Old Trafford, Sinclair?
No,
he's on his way home. Cheers. Hey, Tony and John. Hope you're both well. Yeah, I'm absolutely fine, Cheers. Thank you very much for asking.
Big up, Cheers. Hi, Cheers.
Troll says, hi, John.
Big up, Jules. Hi, Jules.
Gary says, John, have you come? I don't know where to. I don't know. He must have missed his rest of his comment off, so no doubt we'll catch it up somewhere across the thing. Mason says, all the best, Tony. Thanks very much, Mason. It's yeah. It's I just wished the me birthday present was a bit better, you know. Newcastle given 3 points last night, but you know, can't have it always. Gareth says, good afternoon both, hope you're having a good day. Yeah, thanks very much, Gareth. Thank you indeed. Happy birthday, Tony. Have a mint day, says Mighty Mag. Thank you very much indeed. Jesse says, happy birthday, Tony. Happy 26. Yeah, I wish I was 26, but I'm not that old. I'm not that young. Trolls, happy birthday, Tony. How's it been? 70. Excuse me, Trolls. I would knock 19 years off that, mate. I'm 51 today, by the way. There you go. Still a youngster, though. Just thought that was funny. Gareth, happy birthday, Tony. Thanks very much, mate. Get well soon. Yeah, absolutely, mate. You might get well soon and make sure you're well for that final. That's what Gary's comment is. Johnny says, John, I've come down to earth since you found out you have a ticket for the cup final, mate.
Yeah. You know what it is, right? I'll tell you a story, right? I mean, that Tuesday, right? Past 5 o'clock, I think, you know what? I'm not going to get that ticket. No way, I'm just going to be soon. I've been unsuccessful. And when I congratulated people who got tickets, people said I'll take it on the chin. Okay, cool. And then I looked on the site, how much the tickets going to be worth. You talk about 13, 15, 2 grand for that ticket, which is an absolute joke, an absolute disgrace. And I think, you know what, I'm still going to go to London anyway without a ticket. So who knows what happened? And here we are, Tony. I had a phone call yesterday. It says no call ID. Normally I don't answer it. I just think it must be a scam call. I think, I'm not going to pick it up. Or it could be a PPI, it could be anything. So you know what, Tony? I picked it up, picked the phone up, and guess what? They said I've been successful in the ballot. And it took out 43 quid out of the account. 43 quid, level 5, I'm seeing. And I've got myself a ticket.
Nice one.
So, and I posted on Twitter yesterday, 54,000 views on social media.
Yeah, it goes absolutely mad, John, doesn't it?
Unbelievable. So I couldn't believe that. I know I applied to every single one of those people who wrote to us. Not many people do, but I replied to every single tweet.
Yeah, it's like yesterday, Miyaka let me down. I had amount of teams I had on for winning, and none of them won. Like Chelsea didn't win, and You know, Wolves didn't win. I had Wolves down to beat Bournemouth. They didn't win. And I've got one on today. I mean, Lecce's won for me. They beat Atlanta 2-1. But Paris Saint-Germain, but PSG are letting me down. I've got them down for a draw against Lille, and they're losing 3-2 to Lille at home. So,
wow,
that looks like that one's going out the window as well.
Absolutely.
And then,
been a few shocks.
Yeah, and I've got down Leicester and Man U as a draw, and I've got England women to beat Italy women as well. So that's irrelevant if the PSG result comes back as a win for Lille. So I want to draw out with that game. So come on, PSG, you've only got 7 minutes to get this game to get this leveler. But the talent they've got in the squad, they should be drawn against Lille. They should be beating Lille, to be fair. But
I agree.
Mighty Max says, thanks, Tony and Trolls. This COVID's hit me head more than anything. Yeah, so, well, I've never had COVID, mate, so I wouldn't know what it's like, but I don't even want it either. Trolls says, John has just been at dinner with Ten Hagen on his way home.
I'm gonna have to speak Dutch though, mate.
Yeah. Ian says, afternoon, Tony and John, and happy birthday, Tony. Yeah, thank you very much, and good afternoon to you. Happy birthday, Tony, mate, says Gary. Thank you very much indeed. Leslie says, Trolls, Supermac doesn't rate ESM, and despite having such a good game, he is never going to congratulate him or recognise effort. Such a shame, to be honest. Yeah, I totally agree. Trolls says, so you're only 2 years older than me, Tony. No, I was only kidding, Trolls. I'm not 26, mate. I'm 51 today. But I just thought I would put it out there for a laugh. Troll says, yeah, I don't get it all, to be honest, Les, but it's each to its own. Chess says, don't worry, Tony. Trolls thinks everyone is 70. Yeah, absolutely. Still younger than John. Over the moon for you, John, getting your ticket, says Mighty Mag.
Thank you very much indeed. And you know what? It still hasn't sank in, man. It still hasn't got sank in at all. And, you know, it's like Newcastle losing 2-1 in 19 minutes. You just say, you know what, just for the whistle, that's just for the whistle. All of a sudden, we scored. But, look, end of the day, thank you, Mighty Mag. I appreciate that. And I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Thank you.
Yeah, Mighty Mag won tickets to the final, so he done well through Carabao. So
well done.
And he gets a case of drink as well, case of Carabao. So
wow, congratulations and well done, my guy. Wow, there you go.
And yeah, coffee. Happy birthday, Tony. Thank you very much. And hi, Johnny says.
You got coffee.
Troll says, I'm 49 this year, Tony. Oh, well, next year you've got the big 50, mate. Coffee says, it's John at Old Trafford, that's why his camera's off.
Oh,
and Chaz is saying, Trolls is a sprightly 49-year-old.
Thank you.
Gary says, I hope Leicester City take all 3 points today, lads. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? But, you know, who knows? And Troll says, well, yeah, let's call that chess. So, going back to yesterday's game, by the way, everybody in the chat. Obviously, we had the moment, you know, Christian Atsu, the applause for him. Now, I don't know if, people are picking it up saying it was disrespectful. Liverpool fans singing "You'll Never Walk Alone" throughout the silent, the minutes of applause. Well, that was done in disrespect, or maybe it might have been being respectful to him. Who knows? We don't know. But maybe they should have just kept quiet and just clapped. Maybe, yeah. I get that, and but we don't know. Anyway. So we got past that. So the team news come out yesterday, and we saw one change in that team. That was Willock was out, and it was Elliot Anderson in place of Joe Willock. So we thought, okay, this is a great move. Let's see what Elliot Anderson can bring to the table. And we thought, right, this is Elliot Anderson's chance to shine now, to say, look, I deserve a place in the team. You're going to get the best out of me now, and what we to do it shown against a team like Liverpool. So, you thought, right, okay, let's see what you've got. But on 10 minutes, Liverpool went ahead through Darwin Núñez. The ball over the top through from Trent Alexander-Arnold was pinpoint. And when you thought at first he handled it, but when you saw the replays, it literally did touch his chest, never even touched his arm or anything. So that was kind of living in hope that was going to get ruled out. Then 7 minutes later, the ball from Salah and Gakpo scores. Again, they checked that for an offside, just onside. So at that point, we were 2-0 down. Then, 22 minutes, saw a long kick from Alisson out onto the wing towards Salah. As Salah took the ball down, Pope came rushing out the goal. He went ahead, but the way the ball bounced in front of him, it was awkward. And as the ball hit his head, come back down on the ground, and he shoved it with his hands. It was a knocking, but he was getting sent off, and he started walking, didn't he, as well, Nick Pope? And so there's Nick Pope there, getting sent off, head in his shirt. He knew what had happened. He knew it was curtains for him. And unfortunately, he misses the Carabao Cup final through it. Now, I will say one thing, John, and obviously because you were at the match, so you wouldn't have heard all this. Now, sometimes I don't go a lot on Jamie Redknapp, and but what I say about Jamie Redknapp is, yesterday I thought he was quite sensible, and I thought I liked what he come out with. And he said, right, this handball rule, he says, for the goalkeepers, he says, let's get one thing straight here. He said, yes, okay, he's come out of his goal and he's handled the ball at the end of it. He said, okay, you say it's a red card. He says, but you had Sean Longstaff back covering on the line, and you had Kieran Trippier up there as well, just past Pope. So he said, you've got two players covering there. He says, why can't that just be a yellow card? He says, I know this is an old-fashioned rule that's been in since whenever. He said, but football's evolving. The rules should be changed. He says, if you're an outfield player and you do that, and you've got cover behind you, you only get a yellow card for that. He says, so why is a goalkeeper being sent off for it? He says, and I'm not saying it because I'm saying Nick Pope's going to miss a final, because he says that's absolutely terrible that he's missing a final. And he says, and I really do feel for Nick Pope. But he says, the way is, why can't they change the rules and say, look, if you're just outside the box, then yeah, give a red card. But when you're like 20 or 30 yards away from your box, why give a red card for that? Okay, you might have denied a goal scoring opportunity, but you've got a player back there, and then you've got another player come back. So what to say that player doesn't tackle them and get the ball back? So, John, what do you think of what Jamie Redknapp's saying? Do you think he's talking sense, or do you think Jamie Redknapp should just be quiet and just say, don't shout about changing the rules, and just keep his opinions to himself?
Well, I did hear what Jamie Redknapp said on also on Saturday match, but if he come out and said that sort of thing, yeah, okay, cool. I think he said the right thing. He just said there as well that he did handle, yeah, but he had Kieran Trippier and Sean Longstaff was good covered, yeah. Yes, what he did is a red card because he stopped the goal scored opportunity when Salah got through, yeah. But have a look at it again. Look at the whole picture, right? When Paul handled the ball and when Longstaff and Trippier tried to go on the defence, he might not have scored that. He may not have scored that, but I think he should appeal against that, man, because it's worth appealing. And if they lose that appeal, he just gets a 1-game ban. But I think they need to look at it again. But yes, he did handle. We've seen that. And first of all, I thought it was like an accident. I thought the ball came off his head and then onto his hands. Didn't know a lot about it. But I have a look at it again. It did hit his hand. It did stop Salah from going through. And the referee just gave him no option whatsoever. But look, at the end of the day, right, I mean, Pope's been fantastic. It's a shame that he's going to miss the big final next week. And let's be real, right? I mean, Nick Pope knew what he did. He didn't argue the referee, Tony. He went to the current. He just walked straight down because he knew he did wrong. You can tell by his face. And that's history, mate. But going back to what even Gary Lineker has come out to say that go on, just play him, yeah. But Tony, I'm confused about this red card thing. If he gets sent off to the Premier League, that should carry on to the Premier League, not the top game. You know what I mean? I'm confused, man.
Well, it should do, John. But then, so if you're sit right, this is what I said last night.
Yeah.
But we can't have it always. The thing is, we can't have it always because if you look back to when Bruno got sent off against Southampton, now if that was in that competition to miss Carabao Cup games, you'd miss the final, and then you miss the first 2 rounds of next season, providing we get through the 2 rounds. So then you're seeing he's missing that competition. And then you're seeing for Pope, if he misses the competition, he misses the Man City game, but is fit for the final, to play in the final then. But then, so what scenario do you want to have? Do you want to have this scenario where if you're sent off in that competition, your ban starts in that competition? So if that was the case, it was by competition, would you rather we had Bruno missing for the final than Nick Pope?
There's your question.
There's your conundrum, John.
Very good question. That's a very good question. Look, out of the two, I'm going to be honest, right? We need Bruno. Rather have Bruno because Bruno can win a game, but also Nick Pope can win a game at the competition, making fine saves. But for me, you have to have Bruno in there because you see Tony clearly on midfield's lacking, absolutely lacking. Do you know what I mean? First half of the game, I thought Liverpool just about all in the midfield. I thought second half we played fantastically. We just couldn't score. But at the end of the day, right? I mean, Dubravka cannot play because he's been cup tied play for United, and now we got Karius playing now, and I hope that he comes in and be an absolute hero for us. Do you know what I mean? So, go back to your question. So yeah, I'll choose Bruno over Nick any time of the day, man.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, don't you? It's a weird one because we haven't got Darlow. We can't recall him from Hull. He's not got a recall option in there. Also, Dubravka can't play because he played for Man United against Stoke, so he can't play because he's cup tied. But the irony is, if Man U win that trophy, Dubravka can actually walk up with them, lift that trophy with them, and get a winner's medal.
Doesn't make sense.
Now, how's that going to look on Sunday if that happened?
I tell you what, it would be absolutely embarrassed for Martin to lift the trophy after he played for Newcastle, after he played for Man United. Oh my God, man. It's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. I just don't get it. I mean, who made this up, by the way? It's obviously Carabao made it up, but that shouldn't be happening. They need to look into that next season, I really do. If you play for that club and you cup tied, that's it. But I don't get it, funny.
I mean, I was going on about the PSG Lille result, and I said I put down for a draw. Well, PSG come back to 3-3, but now it's 4-3 PSG. Mbappe equalised on 87 minutes, and 90 plus 5 minutes, Lionel Messi pops in and scores the winning goal. Well, the winner so far, but they're still playing. They're on 96 minutes at the moment, so it's currently PSG 4, Lille 3.
Wow. Only PSG could do it. I mean, look, we know what they can do in the French League, but in Europe at the minute, they're asking for the Champions League, Tony. They're so hell-bent on winning that Champions League. They had that chance in 2020, I think it was 2020, when they lost to Bayern Munich. And I think it's going to be tough for them now to go to Allianz and to overturn that score because Bayern Munich are good at home. They really are a fantastic team.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll just grab into some comments here. Troll says, yeah, we heard that one. Yeah, Kate on the trolls. I like coffee. I saw a story where someone's dog ate his Wembley tickets. Is that true? I don't know. Here in Morse code says coffee. Okay. Coffee says, does Eddie always go the 4-3-3? Does he not have any other formations? Yes, he does. But I mean, he needs to change it up a bit. I mean, going back to yesterday's game, yeah. Summary of the game. I felt sorry for Elliot Anderson because he had to get pulled off to get Dubravka on. So poor lad didn't even get to show what he can do on the field. We played better with 10 men. We were the better team with 10 men.
But
we just could not get past Alisson, which has annoyed me because he's been crap all season. Liverpool have been shocking all season, and yet they've come to St James's Park and all of a sudden they've turned it on, and it's just beggars belief. And Alisson was just having a worldie yesterday out there. Nobody could get past him. I mean, Wilson, could he have done better with his shot in the second half? I don't know. Possibly. I thought Gordon's game was a little bit mixed. I didn't think he was brilliant, to be fair. But then it's hard to get into a game when there's only 10 men on the field and you're battling. But I do think if we'd got a goal, we could have gone on and got a point out of that game, because I think Liverpool might have crumbled, especially at the back, because they looked very shaky at the back, especially Gomez and Trent Alexander-Arnold, and even Van Dijk as well. He was panicking. I mean, Dan Burns' header crashed against the crossbar. That was unlucky. But for me, man of the match, without a shadow of a doubt, was ESM. I thought he was the best player on the park. I mean, John, we saw ESM back to his best yesterday. Now, we need to see that next Sunday from him as well, don't we?
Absolutely. I mean, how many times have you said this? Once you have a fantastic game, and every time we see it, that he's got to do the same. And he's has to do the same, Tony, I'm not going to lie. But yesterday, he looked up fit yesterday. I think he was teasing and turning Trent in even Van Dijk at one stage as well. And he was unlucky with that shot when Alisson made that great save. But at times, I don't want to see him be too greedy on the ball. I see him pass the ball as well. But, he's just trying to be a hero all the time. But look, he's got a foot all night. His decision-making was much more improved at times. And you know what, Tony? You just said it there. He's got to do it every single week. Because at the end of the day, I mean, look, he's got to do it all the time. If he comes back to it, if he plays like that every week, we can see a few goals from him and a few assists from this guy's like. Is he a Kvaratskhelia? He is certainly not Kvaratskhelia, not yet. But at the end of the day, he does that. I'm rooting for this guy. I'm an ASM fan, and I hope that he does it now.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to start doing it, hasn't he? And he's got to start doing it more. And I said yesterday in the build-up to the match, this is what I want to see. I want to see the ESM. I want to see that ESM who can play well, who we know can play well, who can be unplayable. And let's hope we do see that ESM, next week, because that's what we need to see from ESM. We need to see the ESM that we know can rip defences apart. And he was trying every way to get a goal for us yesterday. And he wasn't happy on Sky when he were giving him the Player of the Match award, because he thought, well, what's the point of me getting that when we've not even won the game,
This is the thing, right? He's got to do it, like I say, he's got to do it more and more and more. Not just one great game and every 3 or 4. Now he's got to do it now, do you know what I mean? We're in a great position now in the top 4, right? Only just the top 4, by the way, right? And he's got to do this every single week. And when he does play, he's got to do it. And he's got a competition now. Anthony Gordon is waiting in the wings. And if Asia doesn't perform, Anthony will come in and he takes his place. But there's no way, right, I want ASM to leave in this club. I want him to stay. It's simple as that. I do not want to see him play for another English club at all whatsoever, Tony. And if he does that with the Champions League now, he's got to ask himself the question, does he want to play at the highest competition, and that's the Champions League? He wants to be a part of that. Now he's got to show us that he is going to deliver week in, week out. We're at the business end now, Tony, and the players now has got to start shipping up very, very quickly. Otherwise, we've not get top 4.
Yeah, it's looking a bit dodgy now, isn't it? The top 4 at the moment, but Spurs, they're not in the greatest of form. Conte has gone back to Italy to recover. So, I mean, the London Stadium's going to be bouncing this afternoon, and it's going to be an interesting watch to see if West Ham actually beat, turn around and beat Tottenham Hotspur, which is quite possible it could do, because at the end of the day, don't forget West Ham are now in the bottom 3. They want to get out of that bottom 3, so that's the problem that Spurs have got. So again, we shall see. But I'll get into these comments and try and catch them up. So I like to try and read people's comments out if I possibly can. Gareth says, I've always said squad depth and quality off the bench would be our downfall if we fall places down the league. Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah. Summer, we've got to be busy in the summer. Hopefully we'll get some sponsorship in, and we can be a little bit busier in the transfer market and get rid of a few. Andrew says, I read. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Thank you very much for asking. Andrew says, they took 2 great chances. We were all over them. Can't score. I'll say it again. Our forwards are not good enough, says Andrew. Wilson, tell you what it is. I like Callum Wilson, right? I just think there's something missing there from his game. And I just think, in all honesty, I think injuries are catching up with Callum Wilson now over the years. I think he's lost that little bit of pace. And to me, he just does not seem the same player. And it wouldn't surprise me if we go out and buy a couple of strikers in the summer and Callum Wilson goes elsewhere, John.
You know what it is, Todd? I thought that myself. I mean, I like Callum Wilson, right? You have to have 2 questions. A, is Callum Wilson going to win me a title in future years? Answer to that question is no. When he gets to the top 4, the answer to that question is nah. The thing is, right, I mean, look, we love Callum Wilson. He's been fantastic for the club. He's going to come up 31, I think it's 31 next month, right? I think this month or next month, where that's going to be. And you're right, injuries is catching up with him. And another thing is, he had that chance yesterday with Gordon put him through and a shot straight at Anderson. You've got to take those chances. It's simple as that. Because that could have got us back in the game, and then Liverpool rattled from that, and that's the thing. But for me, Isak starting all day long next week, all day long, because I thought Isak played well. I like his movement, and his layups is great, the link-up play is great, but we need a striker, and we need one in the summer. Someone's going to get us fighting for the title, not asking for the title, fighting for the title, but to keep us in the top 4.
Yeah, that's the thing, John. We're going to have to up the game in the summer.
Yeah.
Andrew says Pope had a total brain fart. Yeah, and I think it's one of those. It's instinct, isn't it? Being a goalkeeper, you're going to go with your hands. Now, the other option I would have thought was, could Pope have just gone in with his legs? Even if he took Salah out, it didn't matter, because it might only been a yellow card at best, because with the player being back, even if Taylor had sent him off, VAR would have probably said, oh, hang on a minute, you need to go and check this because we've got a player back, and he would have been told to overturn that. So that would have been a different outcome to that. To me, first game under Anthony Taylor this season, I thought he was very disappointing yesterday, John, as a referee. Did you?
He did a lot of things cool, by the way. I'm not going to lie. I mean, he's got all the cover decisions correct. I mean, yeah, we could have a free kick, they could have a free kick. He tried to make things up, yeah, but I think he did okay. I didn't think he was that great, but he's one of the best referees in the country. But I think he did okay, not great, but one of the best referees in you up. Look, he just did okay. I didn't think it's that great. He did okay.
Yeah. Jess says Jamie Redknapp does make a decent point. Yes, Pope wasn't the last man, but the goal was wide open because the last man was far from being able to cover. Yeah, absolutely. And John in the chat, hi John, he says if it was to hear, would Newcastle want him banned? Got to go with the rules. It's sad for Pope, but the rules are rules. Yeah, absolutely. Troll says when Bruno took the ball into his hands, don't remember which match, but about 30 or 40 years from the goal, did he get a card at all for that? I can't remember. I think he got a yellow card, I think. Yeah, because didn't Trippier get penalised last week for that? Because at Bournemouth, when the ball had looked as if it had gone out and he caught the ball and they said, oh no, it's handball because it was still in play. Coffee says I'd rather have Nick Pope missing than Bruno. Absolutely. Andrew says I'd rather I'd rather they didn't do silly things and get suspended, says Andrew. It's unfortunate, Andrew. It's just one of those you're caught in two minds. Leslie says unfortunately Pope scooped the ball back. Doing so, he left the ref with no option according to the rules. Can't be changing rules just because it's us, despite how much we'd like to. Yeah, absolutely. Troll says if Dub scores and gets a medal if Man U win the cup, he can F off the traitor. Yeah. If Dubs did that, he should stay away from Newcastle forever, says Andrew. Yeah, he should do, but, I bet he takes it though, the medal. Chess says, I may be wrong, but if Man U wins, Dubravka should reject the medal if he wants to be an NUFC player. Yeah, definitely agree. It's going to be a weird situation, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Andrew says the club He says the club effed it up allowing Dubs to go on loan there. What were you going to say, John?
I was going to say, if I was Dubravka, you're absolutely right. Just reject the medal sort of thing, you know what I mean? Because he's a Newcastle player. He only went to United on loan, and if we called him back, well, they called him back, or they just didn't need him. But that's the bottom line is, he's got to reject it. If he doesn't, then something ain't quite right. So he is a Newcastle player after all.
Yeah. Leslie says, agree regarding Dubs, the situation's bizarre. Jess says, Tony, I think your cell phone is too near the mic, mate. We're getting feedback. Mine's is not near the mic, so I don't know. It might not be. I'm not sure. Ian says, I think it's John's. Troll says, no player like ESM did all the time unless you're world class. Yeah, exactly. And big up to I can't pronounce your name there, sorry guy. He says better to have our defenders quartet than Pope. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with your comment, and you're absolutely right. I mean, the defence is there to protect the goalkeeper, and our defence has been pretty strong this season. The last few games have been a little bit off it, but yeah, they're just going to have to step up next week and protect whoever's in goal. So, yeah, great. And nice to see you on the channel, mate. And if you want, just give that to subscribe. That would be great. Thank you. I like coffee. According to Michael Owen, there was a breakdown in communication for one of the goals between ASM and Byrne. I've heard this one, but I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not. And this guy says, sorry, I can't pronounce your name, mate. He says, but I heard it from Klopp that Karius is a decent keeper. Yeah, do you know what it is, right? Loris Karius, he's not become a bad keeper overnight. The problem with Loris Karius was, everybody remembers that Champions League final when he was at fault for two of the goals from Real Madrid when they won 3-1 against Liverpool. Now, and the fella got slated for this. Absolute slated for this. Media was slating him. Everybody was slating him. But then it come out a few days later, he was actually playing that game with concussion. Now, why the hell were Liverpool letting him play on with concussion is for starters. And once you understood the situation that he had played with concussion, you can sort of get why them goals probably went in. And because he's probably not focused on the game. So, he probably is a decent keeper. He's just had that time there, and then he went to Union Berlin. He had a couple of blips there, and he went to Turkey, and then obviously he was a free agent. We've took him on. Do you know what? He might play in that final next Sunday, and he might be our match winner. Who knows? He could produce a match-winning performance next weekend. We could win that cup, and it could all be down to Karius winning it for us. And then we're in a dilemma, thinking, "Oh, hang on a minute, we've got a keeper on our hands here." And do you know what? I really hope that's the case. I hope he goes into goal next week, and I hope he has a match-winning performance. We win that cup, and he does a lot, and he gets a Man of the Match award. Because I'll tell you what, it would be absolutely a fantastic story, and it would be a way for Karius to say, "Look, I'm back. Never doubt me." And I would love that to happen. Would you, John?
100%, Tony. 100%. Because look, I mean, some of our fan base, right? You know, we do get a bit funny when we get players coming in, right? You know what I mean? But look, I mean, when it came, people's got to realise it's only short term. It's only a short-term contract, short-term deal. That's it. Now we say to the end of the season, right? I hope that we get to penalties, right? And then he makes a match-winning penalty save, right? But one of the, like a Rashford or it may be, if he makes a save to win us the competition, he'll go down as all-time as folklore, mate. Because at the end of the day, right? I only judge the players that play to our club, right? He's here now, right? He just mentioned that he had concussion, right? And he was at his best for Liverpool against Real Madrid, right? He's okay now. I think he's a good keeper, right? He can make a story out of this, you know what I mean? In more ways than one, Tony. And you know what? If he plays, we got to back him. We got to help him. Our defence got to be strong and defend properly, and then we could win this game. It's as simple as that. We don't get a goal and help Karius, we win this game.
Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt.
Make it a story.
Yeah.
Make it a story.
Gary says, I did hear right that somebody's dog ate somebody's cup ticket. Sorry, but it was funny. Leslie says that was on Sky Sports News. Yeah, I mean, it's as bad as somebody when he used to go to school and you say, "Sorry, I haven't got my homework today. The dog ate it." Yeah, right. Okay then.
Wow.
Steph Ross, let's give my amazing dad a happiest birthday. Yep, that's my daughter, guys, and she's come on to say happy birthday to me. Thank you very much, Steph.
Right,
love you to bits. Chelsea says, happy birthday to your dad. Yeah, that's me. Troll says, so that we are giving Byrne a new contract. I love the guy. He has 18 months left. He will be 32 and a half when it's done, so I don't get this one, to be fair. I've not heard that one. It's the first I've heard of this. Have you heard of Byrne getting a new contract offered? I mean, would you give him a new contract for a starters, John?
Me personally, I mean, I'll probably give away the extension of anything, like, you know what I mean, as cover, because Fabian Scher and Sven Botman are doing a fantastic job at the back. Would I keep Dan Byrne? Of course I'll keep him, but we definitely need a left back. We need a left back in the summer, because I want to see my left back play as a left back. And Dan Byrne, as much as I love him, right, he ain't the long-term solution at left back. But when I give him a contract, I probably would, right? I say, why not? Give him an extra one. He's done a good job. He's done a good job this season. But the last few games, he's been letting himself down a bit. But he's on, like I said, looking at that header yesterday, I didn't think it was exactly we have to get Salah, I'm not going to lie. But would I give him one extension? Yeah, I would.
Yeah. Apparently, it's a very even game between Leicester. What? I probably would. It's cover, yeah, but I wouldn't give him a long-term one. That's for sure. No. I see what Trolls. I agree, Trolls. It does seem a bit strange. Yeah, Man U 0-0 at the moment with Leicester. It's a very even game, but Man U apparently know they're in a game because Leicester have had quite a few good chances already. So they're not invincible as they think they are, Man United. Ian says, does seem strange, Trolls, yeah. Ches says, please hit those likes. Absolutely, thank you very much. Coffee says, I'm hearing a lot of Morse code transmissions from John's audio. I don't think John's doing Morse code, are you, John?
No.
Coffee says, double agent Dubravka. Hope not. Leslie says, Leicester almost scored. They did, didn't they? Ryan's in. Hi, Ryan. He says, what's your opinion on yesterday's match, mate? What is Pope doing? ESM was the best player on the pitch. Yeah, we got caught out by 2 great balls through to the players, and we didn't stand a chance with the goals. Were we caught sleeping? Maybe. The problem is, I think the cup final's been on the minds too much. And to be fair, I can't wait till it's all over with next Sunday, because I want to see us come out in the Premier League after that and start putting back in the performances that we have been doing, that we can prove to do. If we want to stay anywhere in this top 7, we need to start churning these performances out. I mean, ESM was absolutely fantastic yesterday. I totally agree with you. Brilliant player, best player on the pitch, and well deserved for the man of the match, even though we didn't win the game. And Pope, I don't know what Pope was thinking. But he apparently said to Eddie Howe in the dressing room he's absolutely devastated. I bet he is. He probably feels really bad now. He's missing the final, and such a shame for the lad to miss a final. First ever final he's probably played in as well, you know, like a major final. So it's it's probably a lot for him to take in. But yeah, Troll says Dubs don't need to reject the medal, he just needs to get it through the meal. Yeah. He might do it somehow that he doesn't look as if he's going up there to gloat. Leslie says, liked what I saw of Karius in the friendly, but the issue he hasn't played a competitive game in around 2 years. Again, Eddie Howe said they haven't played competitive games, but he says in training they've been absolutely spot on and they're absolutely sharp. And according to Eddie, they do play in behind closed doors games, so who knows? But I see what you mean, Les, but there again, you never know. I mean, we go back, if you go back about 10, 11 years ago when we played Liverpool at St James, I can't remember what year it was now, but I was at that match because I was in the Leeds end when Carroll went down and got a booking for diving for Liverpool. And it was the game where obviously Pepe Reina just pushed his head in towards Perch, and James Perch, good old Percino, went down as if he'd been headbutted hard off Pepe Reina, and Reina got a red card for that game, and Jose Enrique took over in goal, our ex left back. And I remember it was like every time we had a shot, let's have a goal, let's shoot on sight, because you've got somebody in goal who doesn't play in goal. And he actually played well. He stopped us getting any more goals. And so the answer to that is, you've got players who go in and are not keepers, but they do well. So just got to give them a chance and see what happens. But you can't do any worse. And at the end of the day, it's down to our defence to help keep him quiet as well. So if the defence is solid, what we need to do as a defence next week is not only their front 2, but also their midfield 4. If we can contain them and keep them quiet and frustrate them, knowing our defence can do that, we've done it at Arsenal. If we can frustrate them front players, then we can hit them on the attack, because they are susceptible at the back, Man United. So, and De Gea's prone to faults as well. So technically, our defence could counteract their forwards, and if we can do that, then who knows? But we'll not know this until next week, and we'll see who plays in goal. Coffee says, I saw someone on Twitter extend the penalty box to where Pope handled the ball and said, "Far robbed us again." It was just for jokes, though. Yeah, absolutely. Ches says, true Les, I think we saw just 45 minutes from Karius, but for some reason he gave me faith. Yeah. Steph Dad says, Uncle Tony. Thanks, Jez. Leslie says, agree, Ches, he looks solid. Hopefully it will add to a fairy tale ending. Yeah, who knows? That's the thing. Andrew says, we're trying to build a squad. Who would not want to keep Burn? Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. It says, Troll says, you had no way known Ches now. I was about to do the same before Tony said it's his daughter. Ryan says, happy birthday, mate, from me and Rhiannon. You two are the two most underrated Toon supporters with channels going. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you very much indeed, guy. And we do try our best, and we like to try and see how it is, and we don't want to like go around giving people any false information. We like to try and be, honest with everybody and with our opinions, and that's what it's all about. Football's all about opinions. People talking to each other there. Trolls, I'm drinking every last drop, says Ches. And Coffee says, I saw Henderson was wearing Bruno's magic hat with Klopp. Bruno's magic hat, but his personal security wouldn't let him wear it. Yeah, it's great for the food bank, isn't it? And the security said that Klopp wasn't allowed to put it on. Well, I'm sorry, if it's for charity or whatever, Klopp should turn around to the security and say, I don't care what you say, I'm doing it, regardless. It's up to me. If I've been asked to wear it and I'm going to do it, I'll do it. So that's what he should have done. And Andrew says, it's your birthday. Well, happy one, mate. Thank you very much, Andrew. Thank you, mate. But yeah, looking ahead to the Cup final next week, John, are you worried about our chances of lifting that trophy?
For me, I still think it's a 50-50 game. But going into Wembley, with the form we are in a minute, it's quite worrying. It's almost time because you're not been winning games, and that is the problem. And we're missing chances as well, which is criminal as well. However, it's a 50-50 game, right? We've got Bruno coming back and have the midfield three alongside Jordan and then Joe Longstaff as well, right? That's midfield three is sorted. And then obviously the front's going to have to be ASM, Mickey, and I have to have Isak up front. But knowing Eddie, probably pick Callum Wilson up front. But all you got to do is start fast. If you start fast against these, right, and keep away from Casemiro, right, I don't think that force that great. Martinez is a quality defender. He really is. But if Adam Maguire plays, right, that's where you got to get Isak in a space. Do that, and then we have got a wonderful chance. Tony, we have got to defend properly because Marcus Rashford is on fire at this minute. Bruno's back. Fernandes is back to his best as well. And also that guy, Ganacho and Argentina, that he plays, then he can cause havoc as well. You know what it is, right? I think Casemiro is going to be key for Man United, yeah? If we can rattle him, we have got as good a chance. If we can stop Rashford from scoring, then we've got as good a chance. But we've got to play our own game. We have got to give them a go. We cannot sit back against these. We just got to go out there, play our football, right? Give it a real go. Because I still think this Man United team are not great. I don't think it's a great United team, yeah? But this is not Percy, Marcus, right? They're miles away behind them. You know what I mean? Go out there, Tony. Give it a go, right? We'll win that game. First score is going to be so crucial. We get the first score, then we can hold on. We can hold on. It's a 50-50 game. I can see this game going to extra time, mate.
Yeah. Could well do. The thing is, who knows? Rashford could pull up this game or against Barcelona and he could be out. It's quite... they're playing a lot of games, Man United. They've got to play that hard game with Barcelona. That's level at the moment. So that game on Thursday could go to extra time. Could even go to penalties. And so how will Man U prepare for a cup final? That's on the Sunday, 3 days after, which they'll only have Friday and Saturday to recover to play on Sunday, where we've had like an 8-day rest. So, we've got it better than Man United in a way. So, they're going to find it tough on Sunday, and it depends how well they can last on that football field, John. But if you get Casemiro if you get into him and wind him up, Casemiro will snap and he'll probably get another red card. So he could be a red card waiting to happen next Sunday. But there's no reason why we can't go out there and beat Man United.
Yeah.
And I would love for us to just, do you know what it would be? It would just be a turn off for the books that we go out there and play our best football and go out there and win the trophy. And then everybody would be like, well, why couldn't we have done this up till now? But I would hope after the cup final, we knuckle down and we start going back to how we were playing. Because like I say, I do think the cup final has been a hindrance. But what these players have got to realise now is the club, where it wants to go from here. Now, this club is going to end up wanting to be in cup finals more often. You've now got to get used to that the fact is that you're going to be going to cup finals. And you've got to stop thinking about, I'm going to Wembley, right, okay. Don't think about it. Just play your normal football. And that's what we've got to start learning, because if every time we're going to get into a cup final, we're going to go into this position of playing poor football, then it's going to cost us points and cost us positions at the end of the season. So we need to go in with the mindset that, we're in a cup final, put that to one side, just carry on how we're playing. Do you agree, John?
Yeah, 100%, Tony. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about mindset. Yeah, you've got big players that have played in big games, in big finals, right, for the previous clubs. Like Bruno Gamache, right, played in big games in Brazil, played in big games for Lyon as well, by the way.
So, sorry for putting in, John. Man U are what? 1-0 up, John. Marcus Rashford.
There's a surprise. He's been playing so well. He's been brilliant our season. But look, at the end of the day, right, I mean, they probably win that game, by the way. Look at Bruno. Bruno's playing in big games, right? Kieran Trippier played a massive game on Tottenham, also for Madrid, playing the Champions League. He's got a winning mindset as well, by the way, yeah? I mean, who else has got a winning mindset? Who else has been played in big tournaments and win trophies for the Newcastle team? You know what I mean? I mean, Sven Botman won the French league as well with Lille. We've got some players with winning mentalities, right? We've got to go out there, right? You just said that. Play the normal game, right? Don't let the occasion get to you, right? Because I'm sure that is going to get to a few players as well. You've got to overcome that. Just treat it as just another game, right? Enjoy your moment. Go out and do us proud. There's going to be 33,000 Newcastle fans in that stadium, and an extra 50,000 without tickets are going to turn up for that game. We're going to paint this Wembley black and white, Tony, and they've got to go out there and show us, right? Make yourself legends. Make yourself history. Make yourself a name to yourselves, you know what I mean? And the key guy for that is going to be Bruno Guimaraes. That guy is going to make a difference between us winning the trophy or don't win the trophy, Tony.
Yeah, I totally agree, John. Joel says, my question is, how can we go from being great for so long, then fall to pieces in attack and defence? I just don't get what's going on. I think it's a cup final, mate. LA Coffee says, reaching the final is an achievement itself, regardless of the result. Whether we win or lose, we should be proud of our team, our manager, our owners, the club, the staff, the journey so far, absolutely. Jess says, do you think we've been found out, or do you think it's just down to unforced errors? Probably a bit of both, to be fair, Chess. Hey?
Sorry, sir. Answer that question as well. I mean, look, I'd like to see Eddie Howe change it up a little bit. I know people say that, they got us both this season. Yeah? Oh, wait, man. We need to change it up. Why did not change it up? Like, look, why not go, like, play a 4-2-3-1? Yeah? I mean, I would not put Elliot Anderson in. I'll play a 4-2-3-1, start Andy Gordon as well, and then give it a real go. Yeah? But now, we got Bruno back. He's going to go back to a 4-3-3, right? I do like to see Eddie change it up a little bit, if possible, where possible, right? And just give it a go. It's not playing nice little football. We're going to have to go direct sometimes, you know what I mean? Just change it up and just make the other team thinking, man.
Yeah, totally agree, John. I mean, yeah. Geordie says, afternoon, all afternoon to you, Geordie. I hope you're well, mate.
Hi,
Nice to see you. Come on. Troll says, too many unforced errors, in my opinion. Yeah, absolutely.
Give the ball away.
I'm with Coffee, says Leslie. So does Ian. People talking to Geordie. 1-0 Man U, says Leslie. Coffee says, I'm worried about it going to penalties. If Karius is in, he could be our penalty hero. Who knows? Geordie says, unlike cup finals of the 90s when we played a proper Arsenal side and the Man U side who finished the season as treble winners, we are playing a bang average Man United side. Exactly. Rashford worries me for the final, says Ian.
I've always said, this isn't. Then again, Racing going to play on the left-hand side, that'll be Trippier's job. That'll be Trippier's job to sort out.
Yeah.
But stand to our defence to defend properly. If we defend properly, then it doesn't matter how well Rashford is. If we defend properly, then we get slammed again.
Yeah. It says Leicester are peppering Man United's goal at the moment. And De Gea's pulling save after save off. Yeah. He's already made a tremendous save, which is likened to Gordon Banks.
Wow.
Jez says, damn it, Rashford, we need a striking coach like Manu has in Benny McCarthy. He's worked wonders with him. Yes, he has. Good striker as well, Benny McCarthy. Geordie says, all the pressure's on Man U to win the cup whilst we are going into the match as the underdog, so keep playing the way we are instead of letting the occasion get into our heads. Absolutely, Geordie. Well said, mate, and that's very, very true. Trippier seems to have dropped off in form a bit, says Coffee. He has a little bit, hasn't he? I just don't know what's going on.
He's been giving the ball away a lot as well.
Yeah. I mean, I know we brought on like Murphy yesterday for Trippier. Why didn't we have Ashby on the bench and give him a shot? Do you know what I mean? It's just unbelievable. We've paid $3 million for him. Give the guy a go, you know. I would rather have him at right back than Murphy, to be fair. Murphy doesn't offer anything, does he? That's the problem.
The thing is with Murphy, right, we know now that ain't good enough. Don't get us wrong, he's on $60k a week. He's on a long-term contract. I mean, we know that's down to the end of the day with Murphy, yes we will. I mean, he ain't good enough. He's just not good enough at all, mate, and we all know that. But he's taking up space and squad space. He needs to be aware. He needs to be playing like a Burnley to go up next season, or Sheffield United to go up next season, or even Middlesbrough. You never know. Yeah.
I mean, Chaz is saying to Geordie, a month ago I would agree with you, mate, but Man U are the most dangerous team on form right now. Ian agrees with Chaz on that one. Geordie says, Karius, Trippier, Botman, Cher, Bruno, Willock, Almiron all have experience of playing in cup finals, whilst there's also Graham Jones, who was part of Wigan's FA Cup success. Yeah, that's very true. They scare the crap out of me, says Ches. Troll says, if you don't want to win as a team, then look at where the problem is and fix it as best you can, in my opinion. Yeah, absolutely.
True. Where is Graham Jones anyway?
Graham Jones?
Yeah, where is he?
Still at Newcastle.
He just don't hear from him nowadays.
Nah, he sits on the bench, doesn't he? But Andy, good afternoon to you. He says, Leicester were dominating Man United before the goal against the runner player. Reminds me of us yesterday. Yeah. Harry, hi Harry, hope you're well, mate. He says, Karius, to start in the cup final, we all know Germans love penalty shootouts. Yeah, absolutely. Leslie says, you're right, Andy, and fair dues, they haven't let their heads down. Yeah, definitely not. Played very well with 10 men, to be fair. Eddie has said Ashby isn't fit yet, says Leslie. Right, okay then, that's fair enough. Coffee says Newcastle women are leading 4-0 at half time. Wow, nice one. And I mean, yeah. So, like I say, John. I mean, what do you think it'll go? Do you think the game will actually go to extra time, or do you think we'll win it in normal time?
Me personally, if we're going to win this game, we'll have to do it in 90 minutes. I really, really do. But after 90 minutes, it's like a lottery. You can but you look at the players, you know what I mean, and that's a real concern because you do start well. And another thing is, our bench, like it's been yet again, no one stretched yet again. I mean, the only good players come off the bench is two, and that's I remember yesterday's substitute bench, Callum Wilson and Andy Gordon. The rest of them, I'm sorry, they're just not good enough for Newcastle United. I'm looking at the bench. Who can change a game? Who can just come on and be a match winner? Who's going to come on and be a hero? I just can't think of anyone. I mean, Jacob Murphy.
Hang on, breaking up a bit. We can hardly hear you.
And we got to be off it, Tony. We just got to be up for it and don't let the occasion get to these guys. You know what I mean? Because Man United, I've been there and done it before. We have not been in a major final since 1999. Remember that? Yeah? 24 year. We haven't won a trophy. 54 year, right? That's a long damn time. But I believe, and I've got to be positive, I still think you could win this if you defend properly and take our chances. Put them together, we come up trumps. If it does come up trumps, then the way United are playing in a minute, we can run into problems. I don't want it, but we could. I'm still positive.
It's no good going into the game being frightened of Man United because, you know, it's 11v11 at the end of the day. It's just how you play as a team. I mean, going on next week, John. So this is a choice of keepers you've got. So who's going in goal? Is it Karius or is it Mark Gillespie? Which one of those two goes in goal? Karius or Mark Gillespie?
Oh, I've got to go with Karius because he's the only one. He came to us on loan, didn't he, till January, the end of the season. So for me, it's going to have to be Karius for me. Mark Gillespie, I mean, we don't know why he's like at this level. No idea, right? The one thing I can say is about him, he can play the ball out from the back. So it's got to be Karius for me.
Karius has got experience in the English game.
Yeah, he has. He has indeed. So, I mean, he needs to get as much training as possible and then just give him a go. Get this guy in and make sure that he makes history, creates history, my guy. And I'll go back to Newcastle, depend properly and help this guy out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, we've got to, haven't we, John? It's
got to defend properly.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, we've got to.
Gillespie, I wouldn't play him.
No, you wouldn't play Gillespie though, no.
Not at all, mate. No disrespect to Mark, but at the end of the day, right? I mean, this is an important game. You got to go with experience, and Karius has got that.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one, John. I mean,
you know what I mean?
That's the thing. That's what we got to look at. We just got to look at playing who's got the better of the experience, and I would say Loris Karius without a doubt.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'll just pop this on, guys. I mean, this is I'm just going to pop this on. This is from what year it is now. I mean, this what I'm putting on is back from when Rafa was manager. So I think it's about 2018. This was Karius for Liverpool. And so you can see that on screen now, guys. This was Karius against us, believe it or not. So there we go. Let's hope he does this sort of thing. I mean, look at that for a top save. That's from Diombi by the looks of it. So yeah. So that's what I'm saying, guys. He's capable of that. That's what he's capable of. So let's see what the guy can do. He may be our match winner. That's the thing, and you know, he may be absolutely fantastic. So you know, we've got to give him the chance. And let's see. So I'm going to get into some comments here. Gareth says, some players look like they're suffering with fatigue. We don't change the side around much. Yeah, that's hence because we haven't got a great big squad. Gareth, that's the thing where Man City's got 2 first teams, haven't they, really? Troll says we have to step 2 to 3 times to win the cup. Yeah. Harry says, Man U Barcelona is a massive match for us, in my opinion. I think if Man U are all the way to extra time pens, we stand a very good chance as our press and play will cause them massive problems, especially if extra time. Yeah, because they're going to be absolutely tired, aren't they? That's the thing. I don't think the signal is very strong where John is at, says Coffee. Yeah, he's travelling. Strobes Foster says, if you got to look at the 25-man squad, Gordon isn't ready. He needs a striker coach to help him. We need real players of quality who can start in a top side, not just for the squad members. Yeah, well, Gordon can't play. Karius has to start all day long, says Harry. Yeah, absolutely. Ian says we need to start taking our chances when they come. Yes, we do. Certainly do. Troll says, anybody knows somebody in Barcelona who can tell them to injure Casemiro and Rashford? Straub says, it's Karius because he's played a high-profile games. He's been in the team at them pub. Well, who knows, but... I mean, Gillespie's played at Carlisle, hasn't he? And he's played at Motherwell, so really, it's not really his top-class opponents he's played for, is it? When he played for us against Newport, he wasn't too bad, but then again, that's because it was a League 2 opposition, which he's been used to playing for.
Levels, too.
Levels. Jody says, Gillespie played for Carlisle at Anfield a while back and he had an excellent game, but I would much prefer to go with Karius because of his experience, absolutely. Good idea, Trolls. Straub says, I can't wait for the summer. Get in Rabiot and Savage, solid midfield, and get Diaby. That wouldn't be a bad window, but we'll have to wait and see where we are. Man U have the squad depth to rotate for Barcelona, says Coffee. Yeah, but again, they're going to play that strong team against Barcelona. They'll not want to get beaten by Barcelona. The thing is, yes, Barcelona should be in the Champions League, but they're not because they weren't good enough, and that's why they dropped into the Europa League. But Man U will be wanting to go out and win that game. When you're playing against the likes of Barcelona, doesn't matter how weak they've been in recent years in Europe, it's always a good thing to have on your list. You can tick off and say, actually, we've beat Barcelona. And it's a big scalp. So it's going to be tough for Man United. And there's no way Ten Hag is going to change that team around and throw in a bunch of kids. Plus, Maguire's injured now, so he's out. So they're not going to change the team around to let them roll over, to let Barcelona roll them over. Ten Hag will want to go out there and beat Barcelona. So I think Man U will play a strong squad. Is Gillespie registered, says Gareth? I think he is for the Cups, but I don't think... he's not for the Premier League, but I think that's because it's different, the Premier League to the Cup games. So, Troll says, we need another younger centre-back, but all but Botman is over 30. Yeah, I mean, again, that's why we need to bring somebody in the summer. I did want Badia Shield, but he's gone to Chelsea. So, yeah, I think that's the thing we'll have to look at. Jody says, one match shouldn't define a player's career. Karius was decent on loan for Besiktas as well as having watched the clip of his time here. Yeah, absolutely. Agreed. Troll says Chairs. Ian says yes, he is. Gareth. Gary says John doing a show later tonight when he gets home. Are you doing a show later, John?
5 o'clock. Well, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do a show probably about 6:45, something like that. But I will definitely let you know, guys.
There you go, guys. Still 1-0 at Man United at the moment. Ches says, please hit those likes and consider subscribing if you're new to the show. Thank you very much, Ches. Strobe says, I don't think we can take our chances. I'm sorry, apart from Saint and Miggy, they don't look like they can score goals. Wilson is done. Isak can't adapt to the Premier League, and some players don't adapt. We've spoke about Wilson earlier. I mean, John, Isak, do you think it's still a case of he's still finding his way back after his long injury layoff? And do you think he will come good, John?
100%. I'm an Isak fan. Look, at the end of the day, I always like Isak when he was at Sociedad. Real Sociedad. He banged in 22 goals in that season. He had a bit of a few injuries the season after that. But I've got every faith in this guy. You know what I mean? You got to give him time. Look, Joe Linton, first season, he was the worst signing, the worst striker I've seen in my life. Yeah? First season, everyone on route. Yeah? Me included. Yeah? Couple seasons later, I put my hand up. I was wrong. Look at the player Joe is. He beefed himself up. He's one of the best players in Newcastle shirts, right? In the two shirts, right? Or black and white shirts. Isak, Stan Collins said exactly the same thing, right? That Isak ain't going to make the Premier League. Let's be clear, right? Alex Isak will be a top quality player, but he has no service whatsoever. He has no support as well. He needs support. And I tell you what, the first season's going to be tough for him, but I like seeing him bolt up next season as well when it comes to it. I'm a Isak fan. He is a fantastic striker, yeah? And if no one ever heard of this guy, give him a chance because he'll come through. It'll be fantastic. For him to say that he's not ready for the Premier League, come on, real talk here. Give the kid a chance. He will come good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. But
Jordy says,
6'4", guy 6'4", right? And he's going to take time. Did he drop that? He did a great first season, didn't he? He was absolutely awful. No, and the rest of the season, that guy has won everything at Chelsea Football Club. He has done it. And Isak will come behind me, can he?
Jody says both Man U and Barca have to win the match on Thursday. Neither side will want to chuck the chance away. So Man U will have to go with a very strong side with the likes of De Gea, Rashford and Casemiro. Absolutely. Exactly what I said. Neither side wants to lose that game. They'll both want to get to win that cup. That's what they're looking at. And it's a playoff to get in the Europa League as well. So it's a massive game. Gary says 2 minutes of stoppage time, lads. Yep. Jody says the Premier League's on a different level to the league. I think Isak will come good within the next season or two. Strobe says having Murphy and certain players hurt us from buying. To be honest, I don't think the club know how to sign goal scorers. We just buy players who can run, they never get goals. Well, we'll see what happens in the summer. We want a top 4, but we don't expect it. So here's a question. Considering how seriously we take FFP, do you think it's too early for us to be in Europe considering squad depth? Looking at squad depth, Ches, I would say yes, too early to be in Europe. But then again, it depends what happens in the summer sponsorship-wise. We need to start generating funds in the club. That is the problem. Troll says we'll get better sponsors and players with Europe and improve the squad. Yeah, we will do. That's the thing. Strobes, average temps 14 a game. John, I followed Isak since before Dortmund. He's had one season with 7 and 17 goals, so don't try and excuse players who have wasted their careers. What do you say to that, John?
I'm not excuse anyone, mate, at all whatsoever. I'm not excuse anyone at all, yeah? But you got to give the players time. You've got to give the players time, do you know what I mean? But I'm not going to go here. Everyone's got an opinion. It's not a heated opinion, right? But at the end of the day, How about watching really score 22 goals and associate down in one season, yeah? That guy has got talent and he will come great, yeah? Like I said earlier, Joe Linton, right? Everyone of them gone. Everyone said he was weak in the Premier League. Look at him now. That guy has been absolutely fantastic, yeah? I'm not having to go at you, Stephen. Everyone's got an opinion, yeah? I just said my opinion. There you go. I'm not excusing anyone. I'll just say how it is.
Isak's only 23, says Trolls, absolutely.
Exactly.
And Jody says, I think the target this season should be Europa League and then build on from there. Absolutely. I've said even if we finish 7th, I wouldn't be disappointed because that's Europe at the end of the day. Strobe says, Europa, yes, we can earn a name there to build the brand for the better players. Jody says, Isak isn't even in the prime of his career yet, so he'll come good. Give him time. Absolutely. Well said, Jody.
Thank you very much, Jody. Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. Well said. I mean, John, I know it's an early score prediction, but I mean, I'll probably ask you again during the week and you'll probably have a different one. But at this moment in time, what's your score prediction for the Carabao Cup final?
I'm going to say once each, extra time, Newcastle on penalties.
Wow.
It's either that, Tony,
wow.
or I'll be doing 90 minutes, but I'll stick to the penalties, and I think we'll do it. Because if you look at the players we've got, we can take penalties. Like, you've got Callum Wilson can take it, Isak can take it, but I don't think Eddie's going to play those 220 minutes of football. That's the thing. Fabian Schär can take pens, Trippier, Joe Linton, also Bruno can take penalties as well. We got players that can take penalties, and I truly believe that we can do it.
Yeah. Karius the hero and goal. Craig says people need to chill. Liverpool were shit and caught us out against the run of play. Even with 10 men, we were the better team. Yes, we were. Absolutely. I totally agree, Craig.
Absolutely, Craig.
Troll says either European competition will do for me. If we don't get Europe, I'll be disappointed and feel we've lost out. Yeah, absolutely. Chaz saying spot on to Geordie. Who's the referee for the final? It's David Coote.
Tony, is he a Manchester? Is he a Man U fan?
No, John. It's a fake. It was somebody put up a fake profile picture. He's actually a Notts County fan. So that's why he can't host a Notts Forest game because he's a county fan. So, he's a Notts County fan. Yeah, he's not the Forest guy. Coffee's County, Notts County. They play in black and white as well. Indeed, Craig. Yeah. I mean, Gary says, I really hope it doesn't go to pens, says Gary. Yeah, let's hope not.
I hope not neither, but I'd love to see us do it in 90. But I heard this guy on social media has come and said that Newcastle's going to play for a draw, this and that, and t'other. Actually, see how many goals we scored this season. I mean, come on, we scored more than Man United this season. We've got a better goal difference than them as well.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Right, guys. Well, yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting game. I mean, next week it's going to all be cup final build up, and it's looking great. And I just want to see us go out there and put on a performance. That's what I want to see, a performance. Whether we win it or not, I want us to win it. I want us to bring it back home to the North East, and I want us to get our first trophy since 1969. It'd be absolutely fantastic if we do that. No reason why we can't do that. We don't have to be scared of Man United. We are not scared of them. Remember, we went Old Trafford and drew 0-0. So, there's nothing to be afraid of Man United there. Just got to play our game. And I believe our game may kick back in. And I'm sure Eddie Howe will have them training well this week. And he'll be making sure that everybody is on the ball for that final. Coffee says, what's Tony doing for his birthday celebrations? I'm not doing a lot, to be fair, mate. I'm at home. My other half, she's at work and she doesn't finish till 7 o'clock tonight. So home alone. probably just watch some football, and yeah, that's what I'm doing, and yeah, and having a shandy. So there you go.
Ooh.
But yeah, and Troll says, great show, enjoy your 18th, Tony. I wish. Gosh, that was a long while ago when I was 18. Jesus. Yeah, don't remember that. Was a blur, I think. But yeah. A dinner night out, says Coffee. No, not tonight, won't be. As I see my love done finish at 7 p.m, so by the time she gets home, the ring, so no. But it'll probably do something like that, probably tomorrow or something like that, so I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, guys, so we're coming to the end of the show now, and where are you at the moment, John?
I'm on
what
the
road, John, at the moment?
M1 at the minute, coming to M1 going to come off from junction 23A in a minute, so going in the M42.
Oh, is that, oh yes, towards Tamworth, yeah?
That's the one, but
Yeah,
not
that's
nowhere
the
near
one.
yet, but we'll be going on there.
No.
I'll go on the I think it's the A42 and then M42.
Yeah, then it goes on to the M42, yeah, yeah. Been
Yeah,
that
yeah.
way many a time, John. Yeah, so come to the end of the show, guys and girls, and John, do you want to let everybody know where they can find you? I'll just take it off so they can see your name.
Yep, certainly. And it's John Sinclair TV, and you can find that on Twitch. You can find it on Facebook. You can go on to YouTube. Also, you can go on to Insta, which is John Sinclair 60. And if you go on there, on Twitter, it's John_NUFC42. So if you follow us, I'll follow you back, and I'll do all the live reviews, do a bit of watch along where I get a chance, breaking news, transfer news, and just find the set. So thanks so much, Tony, and hit that subscribe button as well. That will be fantastic.
Lovely, John. Thank you very much indeed for that. Yeah. So guys, if you can hit the like button, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Helps the channel up the search settings, and means people can find the channel a lot easier as well. So whether you do it now or on your way out, don't forget, just click that button, that thumbs up button. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Also, if you are brand new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe button. That is free to do so. Helps the channel grow. And also bell notification. Tells you when I'm live, have a pre-recorded show, or any upcoming shows. So thank you very much indeed, guys. I'm now currently at 375 subscribers, so I'm getting this extra subscriber today. So now I'm only 25 away, on the way to 400 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. If I got that by the end of the month, I'll be absolutely ecstatic. So I'll go through some comments. You can find me on Twitter at TonyTooney31, so follow me there and I'll follow you back. Also, you're on my channel, so you know where that is. Gary says, do you think Eddie will do a press conference for the Cup game? Yes, he will do. Yeah, but that'll probably be towards the end of the week, I would imagine, Friday. See you later, all, says Troll. See you later, mate. Jody says, 1-0 Toon, last minute, absolute limbs would be class. Yeah, wouldn't it just be a shithousery win like that? Yeah. That would be fantastic. Jody says, excellent stream, Tony and John. Thank you very much, Jody. See you again, mate. Coffee, bye, Tony and all. Bye, Coffee.
Take care, Coffee.
Yeah. Coffee says 5-0 Newcastle women. Wow, they're doing well, aren't they? Ian says, bye, Tony, John, everyone in chat. Bye, Ian. See you again, mate. Gareth says, thank you both. Thank you, Gareth. See you later. Everybody's saying goodbye to each other. And yeah, so there we go. Right, guys. But yeah, thank you for coming on today, guys. Thank you for coming on as well, John. And
thank you.
Yeah. I Like Coffee says, Fernandez has escaped a red card. Wow.
Oh, wow.
How unbelievable is that? Well, not unbelievable, it's believable. Oh, yeah. So, guys, thank you very much. And yeah, I'm off to enjoy the rest of my birthday. I'm going to actually watch the England game when it comes on at 3:15, the England women against Italy. So that should be a good game, the Arnold Clark Cup, after they beat Korea the other night. So let's hope England win again. And in preparations for the World Cup this summer, and I'll tell you what, England women could well go all the way and win the World Cup and be double champions, not just European champions, but world champions as well. Because I think they could be better than the US, and the US have been very good at women's football for years. So maybe we can go out there and break the mould. But guys, thank you for watching. A pleasure as always. And but yeah, see you on the next show. Not sure what I'm doing tomorrow night yet, but I will let you know. But until then, guys, take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon, whatever you're doing in the evening, and make sure you behave yourselves. Cheers, says, great show, Tony and John. Please hit those likes on your way out. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Oh, it was Sabitzer who escaped the red, not Fernandez, by the way. Oh, okay. And bye, cheers. Yep, so thank you very much, guys. Until then, take care and see you later. Bye-bye for now.